Hello, and welcome to Zeos' review of the Hiby X Evangelion collab. There's an Evangelion Hiby R4. Those who don't remember, this, minus the Hagao sticker, is the Hiby R4, and I pretty much fell in love with it, to the point where it's like, well, it's $250. Why would you buy anything else? And the only thing I said you should buy other than this was their $2,000 R8 Mark II, and that to this second remains the thing that's in my bedroom, that when I'm going to go to sleep, listen to music, it's gonna be the R8. So the only way to get me to like this more would be to attach some weebiness to it by default. And I think I'm the guy to figure that out. So here is the rebuilt, retuned, upgraded Hiby R4 Evangelion edition with Unit 01 on the back, and everything has been slightly... Now, this came in different colors. You obviously had orange, I think it was orange, black, and green, or something like that. And I didn't care, because the only one you wanted was this orange one. And when I talked about it, I said it felt very cyberpunk. No, I was wrong. It's very Eva. It's very, very Eva. And they ran with it. Now, this one's more money. This is currently on the Hiby's website for $319. And you would say, well, Zeos, for $70, I just get the regular one. I don't really care about it. Do I really want it? Here's the thing. If they just made it a skin, I would be less inclined to be like, oh, yeah, you need to get it. But they've upgraded a lot of little things. They claim it has, and this is a wallpaper of Best Girl. I made like 12 wallpapers because I didn't have any Evangelion Girl wallpapers. It was a tragedy. And Mary is Best Girl. Even, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the latest movie, Shinji picked her. And Shinji never makes bad decisions. And neither do I. According to this, which is a webpage, and I'm just going to go into depth about how fucking hard they, like, I know there's a bunch of Evangelion collabs, like there's Evangelion toothpaste and Evangelion, like, laundry detergent. This exists. In Japan, mostly. And how the amount of weebness that must have spawned this son of a bitch is bizarre. I am currently, by the way, I'm going to take my JoJo's out. I got to start pimping my collabs, because people forget. And there's a link in the description that says all, Z collabs and everything I've ever done. But people forget that I have an IM called the Blonde JoJo, which just is pink, and you're going to love it. Collector grade packaging. You know what? Usually I'm like, what does that mean? Anyone who uses this as a postcard is dumb. You keep this. You keep this forever. This is beautiful. Look at the electricity supply box, which has the little USB-C cable in it. It's just got a USB-C cable in it. But they went full... I mean, here's the thing. If you haven't seen Evangelion, you'd have no idea what's going on here. You have no idea how, number one, how emotionally damaged Evangelion could make you. Although I would just, honestly, if you're a newbie, do the movies. Do the movies. The pacing on the original series was better because it was 26 episodes. Well, 24 episodes. The last 2 episodes don't count. They don't count. They don't count. They don't count. But to have every panel on the entire unit be Evangelion themed in some way or another. Oh, the back doesn't. Oh, nope, has the logo here with a verification thing. This is it's silly. It's silly, but us weebs, we love silly. So, collector grade packaging, check. Even the goddamn manual and quick start guide have Unit 1 on it. Charming appearance, inspired by Eva 01 and the Magi style strap. So, I don't want to... Please don't make me go into Eva. Please don't make me go into explaining it. All you have to know is that there's some computers, and this is the thing, and the strap. I didn't get the strap with the original R4. I knew it had the ability to get strap-on, but it didn't come with a strap. This one came with the Eva strap, and I wasn't sure if I was going to put it on there just because, but I end up carrying this thing around by this strap. I wouldn't, wrist it. I mean, I'm sort of I have massive hands, but... Giggity. But this is interesting. And in fact, I might even try to do something custom 3D printed to adapt in here to put a clip. Because I find if I had just a carabiner on this, that would be just the sweetest thing. Just the sweetest thing. Okay. Tailored tuning for anime enthusiasts. What the fuck does that mean? Because I've been sitting here now, finally, just like, because I had that one, and I found out which songs I had that matched on the thing, and I went through a bunch of them, and I ended up with the Made in Abyss soundtrack, which is an alternate anime. If you want to have an existential crisis from the 90s, you watch Evangelion. You want to have an existential fucking crisis in the 2020s, you watch Made in Abyss. I'm sure come 2041, there'll be Made in Abyss collab hippie players, and I will not buy them. Great show, though. Like, I can't recommend it highly enough. Anyway, so what the fuck does tailored tuning for anime enthusiasts mean? We'll minimize this so we get Marie back on the screen. So I've been sitting here and going A beep, A beep, A beep, and I've been using either the Eris, which is my collab, which, by the way, wired up in staging mode, which means Zeos on the right. Just reverse the wires and wear them backwards, and you get bigger soundstage. JoJo's obviously not the most expensive choice for doing this sort of testing because they're $50, $55. They're great, but I figured these might help because these are the new TH1100 RPs from Fostex. Figuring to keep it in Japanese up in here, and the treble on these is just, well, you'll get to the review of it eventually. So yeah, I've been trying to go back and forth, and if there is a sound difference, it is so subtle I can barely make it out. Maybe it's the type of music I have. Maybe it's because I only have like a select number of songs that are the same on this and this. But it's like, it's just a little bit. One of the blurbs that I read months ago when this was just announced was like, oh, it'll feature for the Japanese audience. And if you've ever been to Japan and used Japanese tuned stuff, you know that means treble, murderous treble. And I got so afraid because I love the soft, refined sound of the R4. Like, it's just smooth. It's like so fucking smooth that all I want to listen to is things on this and the R8. So I was scared when I got this. I was like, oh, here it comes. It's just going to be like a 6 dB spike in the treble region. And I could barely tell them apart. But if my psychosis is telling me what the difference is, there might be like a 1.2 dB rise in like the upper treble, which doesn't affect the overall smoothness of the player. And you could say B is more detail oriented, but it's like, it could be unit variation at this point. If these were the same unit, it would be unit variation. That's the kind of subtleness we're talking about with the change. So now we'll go back into the list. Highly detailed and deeply customized system UI. Holy fuck. We're going to spend like most of the review on that, by the way. Because if you don't know, this thing is now like one of my favorite DAPs. Not just because, well, mostly because it's another R4, which was one of my favorite DAPs, and you haven't ruined it. You've just simply made it fucking wild to the point where everyone who sees it is like, what the hell is that? What is that? What is that? What's that? Like, they say, what is that to this? But then you're like, oh, it's a player. And they're like, oh, cool. You say it's this, and you're like, you find it if they're a weeb or not. Skipping the UI, because we're going to have to go into whole detail. That upgraded RAM and ROM. So there's where that $70 starts getting chewed away at more than just a paint job. The RAM and the ROM are better and faster and bigger. And the battery life, does it say the thing about battery life here? Because it doesn't. SRC Hiby OS system-wide bit perfect audio. We know that Class A amplification for bountiful drive power. You know what? That's something they would probably have said in Evangelion. It's fine. And then femto second grade audio clock crystal oscillators, blah, 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 blah. And you get all the things, and you get the 15-hour runtime, which I find even longer. According to, I took a picture. I had them both in the battery mode, like the settings. This one claimed it was going to last another 8 hours. This one claimed it was going to last 2 days while playing at the same levels and everything. And there's Easter eggs. We'll talk about Easter eggs, and I'll show you some of the Easter eggs, or maybe all the Easter eggs. I don't know. Maybe we'll let you skip it. But one of the Easter eggs that I had to be told about, because I wouldn't have fucking figured it out, is that when this thing is getting very, very, very low on power, it goes into like a berserker mode, like from the show. And it gets like all the colors changed. It gives you warning, system warning. And that's an awesome Easter egg. But your battery doesn't fucking dies, so I never fucking see it. Also, and I'm going to tell you this one because I don't want you guys digging inside of it. The circuit board for this is purple. Just that's it. So you're going to know. You would never have known that unless you had an R4, disassembled it to look at the color of the circuit board. And someone in, I think, my private chat got one and disassembled it and saw there was a purple board and didn't know if that was a thing because they never disassembled the regular R4. So they're hiding some Easter eggs deep. Literally have to void the warranty deep, which is insane. Deep says we're showing the sincerity from the outside, from the inside out. We're going to get to it. Oh, I'm so glad they have screenshots of this stuff. Digital volume is a lot. Oh, God, they've done so much. Active timer plug-in inspired by the feature. Running operation on just having power cable. You can see this AvaLink timer. What? I haven't found that yet. How do I get that? There's another thing with the timer countdown, like when you unplug it. Ah! All right. I'm going to stop weebing out for a little bit. You could change the color of the thing, by the way. It changes with the things, with the PCM. So magenta. The only way to get magenta on that is if you're using MQA. Don't. Just fucking don't. So, battery lasts longer. It's got better RAM and ROM. It looks cooler. And the UI, which will get... One of the issues... Well, it's been that long since I touched it. The only issue I really have total overall with the R4 or the Evangelion one, is the screen brightness isn't that bright. I mean, we're under my big studio light, and we've got lights up there, and everything's sort of lit up, and there's got purple and purple and purple and pink. And it's like, that's maximum brightness. The benefit to having it not get so bright, it means when you lower it down, if I let go of that, I'm going to lose it, because it's basically fucking off. Good or bad here? Because when you're in bed at night, and you just want to, like, literally sleep with IMs in or with headphones on, and I guess you can sleep with the Eris. Look at the Eris. You want to lower that thing to like so that you can open your eyes in a completely dark room and not go blind. And sometimes you have to put like an extra dim. In fact, does this have that extra dim feature? It's better not. Let me see if I hit this. They do. They have an extra dim setting. Oh no. It's already, like, when you lower this down, you're going to lose. After, like, the halfway point, it's like, that is real dim. That is about as dim as most units will ever get. And you can take it down even farther. To the point where I don't even know if the backlight is on. So, I'd like it to get brighter, but I certainly don't want it to get dimmer. Because at that point, you're just going to be like, oh, fuck. You're going to have to, like, have a second unit so you could meme the actions so you could get your brightness back on. So, again... Is that a good thing? A bad thing? You let me know. How do you run with it? So, this is the background stock of the R4. It's got custom icons here. It says R4. It's, you know, your apps are here, all custom icons for this. They did a real good job on the R4. But when you pull down and you go into this, it's all the standard colors and everything. When you go to the Evangelion one, it's like, why is everything green? Everything is green. And then you got the custom thing, and there's the clock there. And when you pull down, it's also custom colored. And even when you go into like the settings and everything, it's custom colored. And then if you launch, honestly, when you get into the actual Hiby music player, it's exactly the same. Like they I don't think somehow they couldn't skin their own app to be. I'm getting out of Nanachi on the line. I'm gonna play all 1,033 songs. I have a smaller SD card in here. Probably should do a walk around the unit in case this is the first time you're seeing this. Screen, really odd shape here with the corner cut out there, and like a bump out for the LED display, and the corner cut here, and it's beautiful. It looks good. It's not like it's just not as bright as I'd like it to be, but man, that's a shape. On the side here, power or screen. You get your next track, last track, play, pause buttons. On the other side, you get actual volume buttons. And even though they're right across from those, I don't ever accidentally press them. Other Hiby player, the R6 Pro, that did that. Because I'm grabbing it like this and I'm thumbing all these. I never feel the urge to like... They're actually not perfectly lined up across the thing. That's a big pet peeve of mine, is when a player has a button here and a button here, and they are exactly across. So when you squeeze it like you're naturally going to do, you hit both of them. This does not have that. The top has a switch, which... What do I have it set to on this? Yeah, this will lock out your controls. So the keys are all locked, gives you a warning. You can also alternate that switch, and that's on both of them here. Although it is metal in this one, I think. Oh, maybe they are the same. Maybe that's just plastic. Maybe it's plastic. This one's to be orange. Anyway, on this one, it's locked out. On this one, flips the screen over. Which that's, I guess. I don't know if I'd ever need that. But it's kind of cool to have a physical switch that actually rotates your UI. The back of the unit has this bump out, which is going to annoy some of you. Because it annoys me sometimes when I put it down on a flat surface and it's like tilted up. But this is a lit. See the green bars are lit up. They lit. On this one, they're orange. And they're much thinner. And much darker, too. Much dimmer. So it's brighter on this one. Of course, obviously, Evangelion. But this is where your Bluetooth connectivity happens. It has to be exposed. It can't be locked in metal. There's also glass down here, which is the same size and shape, just a different thing going on. Your screws are here. Your USB is here in black instead of silver. You still have your 4.4 and your 3.5. So, and then you've got the carry handle strap loop, which honestly, you know what I want? And this is going to be like a very specific me thing. I want to 3D print something so that I just have like a slot that I could just like hang this, like, and it'll just go in there and then hold it like a hanger for this. Because the strap, I'm enjoying the strap. I'd like the strap if I could strap the strap to my pants. And currently I cannot strap the strap to my pants. Once I can strap the strap to my pants, then I'm good. So now what are we going to talk about? More into the UI or first of all, sound. Can I just go back? I'm going to go, fuck it. We're going to go to the $2,700 Japanese planars. As much as I love my Eris, we're going to forego them for the Fostex Touch. So here's a lock screen. It's showing you the time. It's showing you nerve only. It says slide to unlock. You hit that. If we go back to the main screen, you get the clock, which updates a second after you load it. You get you actually don't need to be. Hold on. Okay. That is not Toonami. Did I break this? Is it space time? What the fuck is happening? Okay, now we're correct. John Carpenter. Okay, something weird. That was a weird. Well, you know what happens in Evangelion when the fucking computers start glitching? It's angels are coming. Anyway, so you get this user interface. It is standard Android in here. You do get, if you pull up from here, you get the official Play Store. Like the official Play Store to do anything you want with it. You could just install Telegram on it and you could join my public Telegram chat at Z Reviews with 900 people in there. There's a public at Z Reviews, which if you ask me questions, sometimes I'll answer, even though really that's for the $10 patrons if you're a supporter of this channel. For $10 or more, you guys are a private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat. But either way, join Telegram because it's the best, despite the fucking creator being arrested in France for fucking bullshit. Oh, I don't like to give governments information on my users. Yeah, you're arrested. Not to get political, but fuck. The man left Russia for that shit. We need to go to the gallery. We need to go to the gallery because there's another. I don't know if you want to call this a. Is it? Is it? It is. So if you go through the folder here, albums. These are all the albums I have currently on the unit that have photos in them because I've got literally photos on the fucking unit. But then you come over here and there's pictures, which is the built-in thing, and it's Evangelion pictures. So there is. Is that the default background? I don't know if it's the default background, but it's a slide to unlock screen. Then you get random screenshots from the movies in stacks of 3 so that you can set them as the wallpapers of this unit. And here you get Unit 01, and here you get Rei being rescued by Shinji, and here you get Asuka cooking in the kitchen in a bra with the Masato looking upon him, and then you get that famous scene with the hand holding, with the slightly homosexual overtones, and it's like, oh my god, awkward. And then why that one? Why Rei and her sink of cups and the pills? I don't know. Who got to pick these? Did they talk to the creators and the licensors of Evangelion and they gave them this? Or did they like say, hey, we want to take some of these things. We thought taking pills in a dark, sad, lonely room would really resonate with our audience. Don't know, but it's hilarious. You got Ray being rescued. I don't want to spoiler it, but that's an important scene. And you got a little cassette player. See, now Theo needs to also do a collab with Evangelion, because I'm making shit fun of their like cassette player, because Theo has a cassette player. Zeos in the future in the description. Link Theo's fucking cassette player. But in Evangelion, there is a cassette player, but it's a DAT cassette player, which is digital audio tape. So instead of it actually being an analog thing with scratches and everything, they actually just encode it like a digital backup tape. And he listened to that shit constantly. So if you do an Evangelion cassette, it's got to be a DAT player. And then I would actually fucking respect Theo for doing that. And then no one would have anything to play in it. But no one have cassettes anyway. So you got to make it so you could record so that I could play back my digital files and record them to DAT tape. And then I could be Shinji Akari. And I don't want that. Please don't do any of that. You could see Unit 1 and Angry Shinji, and you can see that AT field, which, by the way, is the volume control of the unit, is a fucking AT field. Just saying it is. If I go down from the way bottom, it goes faster. It's weird because you go from the top, go from the edges, it's fast. You go from the center, it's slow. So I want to go there and go up, boom. Which is way better than just a standard Android, like, oh, up and down, look, up and down, up and down. Also, there's Hiby's new firmware for all of these units, including the big one, have made it so that, like, after, like, 30, like, if you go past a certain number, it comes up with a warning. The very first time you turn on the unit, it's like, warning, you'll damage your hearing, blah, blah, blah. Hit OK, or wait 5 seconds. And I really need them to turn that shit off, because no headphones I'm using need to be under, like, whatever the limited line is, and I always need to make it louder. So I always hit that fucking warning, and it's annoying. The Lance of Longinus. Lance of Longinus. I don't know, it's religious. Look up some religious shit. United Nations direct affiliate, undisclosed organization. What does that say down there? Special government agency NERV. This is actually super low res, this one. I don't know, they just happen to have it on there. That's Misato. I had a choice from Misato for the background too, but no, fuck it. There's my girl. My girl, the first introduction of her with the flip phone and the skirt. And then that's a cute one. Again, super low resolution. I don't know why they couldn't get, like, even just use AI upscaling to put them on here. Which is AI that's been around for years. Don't go yelling about it. You got the unit. This one is actually probably one of the cooler ones to, like, put as your background. Just that one. Which, again, low res for some reason. Unless it's just this viewer. And then you get the Evangelions. I don't know, man. It's just wild. And they don't ask questions. Only consume. Okay. Oh, we should charge it. Let me charge it. I'm going to charge it a little bit. And I don't know if this is going to come up when I'm just, like, sitting here. Because sometimes you have to turn the unit completely off for this special charge screen to show up. But I'm going to ask Hiby very, very nicely. Put this fucking charge screen on all of your devices. Just all of them. It's the best thing ever. Here, let's see what happens. No, I may have to turn it down. Like, turn it off. All right. Not restart. No, cancel. Power off. Power off. Japanese warning logos. Wait. Is it going to auto start charging and give you the team of the display? Do it. Oh, it's turning on because it is charging. Even though it's off, it has to turn on to charge and manage the charge controller. It's doing it. So do you see this, which is 68%? You see all those green ones that aren't flashing right now? When you're at very low, and I got this thing down to 0 to obviously see if it does that warning display, which I'm not going to burn it out again for you. But this will have almost none of them green, and it will all flash and build up. And as it gets fuller and fuller and fuller to 100%, you end up with like only 1 or 2 of them blinking in and out. And then it goes 100% and it's all green. Just make that your charge display for every goddamn DAP on Earth. Because that is so goddamn cool. And also give me an option so it doesn't turn off. I just want it to stay on forever. And I want to watch it charge. Who remembers defragmenting hard drives? And he used to literally have a display that was just... That's what it reminds me of. All right, let's put this unit back on. So we're at 68%. It's no longer charging. Nothing is flashing. Just going to turn it on now. You could watch it. It actually does have a different logo than the stock R4. It doesn't have like... it's just a very clean Hiby font. On that one, on the original, it actually has like a shadow around it. It doesn't make it look very good. So that looks better. We'll go through the entire load process. It doesn't take a long time, but it's still an Android device. Like if you want instant on and off, you get the RS4. It has the Nerve logo, and it says Nerve only, and then it comes up with the Hiby Evangelion top secret thing while it's still loading in. It's got a little thing, and then we're at the lock screen. Like every fucking step of the way with this, you are like, I'm an Evangelion fanboy, and I will live here now. And then, forget all the shit I'm talking about. It sounds amazing. Like, if you don't want to, if you're not interested in this, but you're like, well, Zeos, but how does it sound? Go watch my regular R4 video. Go watch the regular R4 video, because the regular R4 blew my fucking mind for $250. Now we're going to this. Did I even put those on? I didn't even put them on. I just plugged them in. And it automatically lowers the volume. Oh, it's going to give me the warning. There you go. Like 35. See, it's counting down. So it'll automatically erase that warning message. But at 30 it gives you the warning. I could see it if it was at like 80. Because, I mean, if you're adjusting the volume and you're... Oh, God, it did it again. Oh, but I didn't go past 35. You have to go past it and hit OK. But if you're like above 80, like there's 100... Whoa, down. You got to remember to go to the edge if you want to go fast. The middle is slower. But not 35. Come on, man. Who the fuck's listening below 35 on any DAP? If you're listening below 35, you have it in too high a gain mode. Put it into a lower gain mode so you get from the 50 to like the 75 region. Yeah, this is an experience. And you don't have to load the... If you're not interested in like searching for a track or going into the settings, and I should probably also talk about the Hiby app for a second, because we've got custom themes, which were system follow, which is just normal. And there's custom where you can change the colors of different... Let me see. See, that leaves it too white. So you can go green, you can go black. I guess I could do green. What they need is another Evangelion-themed one. How it didn't come with one fucking blows my mind. They've changed every aspect of this thing except for the actual player. But in here you get to turn on an equalizer, which is a really nice parametric equalizer. Actually, no. This is a standard equalizer. If you want to do parametric shit, you go to the PEQ, which is a parametric equalizer, here, which has infinite settings and options. Or you get your MSEB, which I've talked about in previous ones, which is... like, just, you get to choose overall audio temperature from cool to bright to warm to dark. You get your bass extension from light to deep. You get your bass texture, your note thickness, your female overtones, your sibilance. These are things that aren't normally associated with, like, adjustability. Those are things that usually you have to figure out what your shit's doing, and then you work with it. But here, you can actually just turn it up, turn it down. You don't like the way Eris sounds? You think it needs to be more... have better note thickness or thinner note thickness. You could lower that down. You turn this shit on, and then you have the option to be like 0 to 100 and to negative 100 or 40 and negative 40 or 20. Like, you can do fine tuning. It's wild. And you got presets. I'm going to turn that shit off because I don't need to mess with that thing right now. There's also plugins, which when you are connected to not my home network, for some reason my home internet doesn't allow the available plugins to show, and I have to hotspot my phone. So something on my network is doing a security check that's blocking these from populating. But I did connect the big R8 to my phone on my AT&T plan, and this populated, and I was able to add whatever I wanted as far as plugins go. Which might even be where I get that plugin for the countdown timer and why I don't see it. And then you got a sleep timer, and you go into settings here, and you get a whole list of settings. I do find I had shut off replay gain on the R4, and I found it sounded worse with replay gain disabled than it did with it on. And that's not just a, like, well, the volume change. I don't know, there was something about it. So if you ever get, like, one of these and you feel like something's a little bit off, turn replay gain on in track mode like I have it. Just saying. Yeah, you got your gapless things. I put on exclusive HD. Look at these USB settings you get. It is a full-fledged, like, this is the exact same software that are on their top-of-the-line $2,000 DAP. So what you get in the $2,000 DAP is the chassis is made out of, like, stainless steel, and it's got Alcantara on the back of it, and it's got, like, a way, way better amplifier, and the DAC is insane. But the actual software, the actual control scheme, how it feels to operate, is roughly the same. That also has a brighter screen, but you are paying 4 times as much. Well, 4 times as much as this. I'm sorry, 8 times as much as this. 6 times as much as this? Echo. What's 2,000 divided by 319?
2,000 divided by 319 is approximately 6.2696.
There you go. You can get 6.26 of these or the R8. So yeah, I'm very lucky to have received this. I know that they're doing that thing now where the FTC is going to be like, hey, make sure you say if you got something from a company. Assume on this channel, everything I'm reviewing was sent to me with no monetary benefits at all up front. Like, yeah, there's affiliate links to every fucking retailer I use, but no one says, here's this and $2,000 to make a good review. That doesn't happen here. And if I've bought something with my own money, I'm going to just bitch about it usually because I spent my own fucking money, like on all the iLoud stuff until recently. Or the goddamn Apple AirPods Maxes. I spent $600 on those and my girlfriend fucking stole them. This is just an audiophile writ of passage. You know how many people have complained that they've bought my headphone, my beautiful Eris comfortable headphone, and their girlfriends or wives have picked it up, and it's just gone now. Fucking gone. Not that they lost it, they just stole it and you can't get it back. So I think you know you're a true audiophile when one of your favorite pieces of gear has been acquisitioned by your opposite sex or same sex. I don't know. Let me know how that's working out for anybody out there. Is your domestic partner stealing your shit? I feel like that should be like a news broadcast on 11 in the 1980s. Anyway, take these back off. These will get their full review. Full review. We want to talk about a difference in tuning preferences, though. Zeos is right when he wants staging mode. Twist the pads a bit. And then came the shot. Yeah, no, I will rock this thing publicly. Oh, I also dropped it out of a car, so if you can't see it, there's a couple dings over here on the glass. Straight down on concrete. No other damage. It does come with this, which I didn't put on, which would have protected possibly some of that. When you land straight down, it's kind of hard to protect the screen unless you put on screen covers, which this does come with. It comes with plastic screen protectors you can apply. I, as a reviewer, usually don't because I end up with like 19 of these goddamn things. And really, it's the feel in the hand and the metal and not having... It doesn't look like your grandma's couch. Or in this case, I guess I'm older than most people. Your great-grandma's couch. Where it was just covered in plastic. But you can still see through it. And all the buttons are nicely raised. They do a good job on these. They do a really good job on these. I don't have it on the R8 one. Simply because I want the Alcantara in the back. And the thing gets so fucking hot in Class A mode. So hot. Yeah, your gain settings are low, medium, and high. Your audio settings in this menu are your roll-off, your line-out settings, your gain again, and then plugins, MSEB, parametric equalization. These are for the entire player, whereas the ones I was showing you before are specifically just for that app. So if you go and you want to use a different player on this, Fubar, or you want to just install Tidal, or install Spotify, or install Amazon Music, you can. And then these settings will override the entire sound of the device, which is quite nice because this is the actual Android settings. You also get to disable your MQA decoder because fuck you, MQA. You do SPDIF and USB locks. You can set your max volume, which if you have super easy to drive IEMs, which these are not. These JoJo's actually require more juice than the Eris, which if you believe it. You can lock out your volume. You get a channel balance. You get DSD stuff. Yeah, no. I think now that it's 1,500 hours standard time, I think we're good. I think we're good with this. I don't know. Oh, there's also high-res audio impressions here, but that's fine with me. I don't know if there's going to be another DAP quite as interesting as this. I have 2 more to do over there. I've got a Shanling, and I've got the new Fio 23. But neither one of them is based on an anime, so I'm less than interested. Just like, whatever. Whatever. Ah, Hazy by Glass Animals. And I would honestly just navigate here. Just use these, because then you get to look at the entire UI as God intended it. Or Marie intended it. So yeah. We're done here. I'm done here. You're done here. Don't forget to find me. This review will probably be out before Capital Audio Fest, which is happening in November. Can Jam in New York, which I will be doing a panel. I'm not sure what it's about yet, but I'll figure something out. And I'm getting a table at Expona at their ear gear section to show off not only my headphone, and not only my Magia cable, which is there on that set of Eris, which also keep an eye out for stickers. If my sticker printer wasn't a complete fucking disaster, or my sticker cutter, I should say, I would have Evangelion themed one of my Eris just to have it for this review. But yeah, be there. And there'll also be an amplifier, which will be the most powerful and most linear amplifier on the face of the earth that I'm working on with someone. So yeah, that'll be a thing. So check that out. If you're in the Chicago area, Expono happens in April-ish. Links to this, links to that. Desk Mat is on Reddit. If you've seen Ava, you know that like the very first, it starts and the scene looks like this with all the power cables and everything. And then it just, angels. I'm not going to try to explain Evangelion. Maybe that's a second channel video. But thank you to Hiby for sending this stuff out. This is going to be one of the first, it's even got the Nerve logo there. It's going to be one of the first reviews of this thing. And I hope I've done it justice, because I've already loved this so hard that having it just be like, we dressed it up and made it improved in like several ways, I don't have to talk about it again. Just holy shit. Are you buying it because it's an Evangelion branded unit? Unfortunately, it's Unit 1 and not Unit 2, or in my case, Unit 5. Even though, why did you got an 8 there? You got 5 there and an 8 there. That might be the future one. With I should rewatch the entire series now. Fuck. Patreon and subscribe to support this channel. Like, legitimately. Thank you for helping me pay my bills and vet bills and buy myself fancy food like beef. I enjoy a good beef. $5 a month, see reviews early, participate in yard sales, lossless sound demos, and a monthly Q&A where you can ask me questions and I will answer them. If you'd like to see the answers from the previous Q&As, those are all available free on the Patreon and Subscribe Star, so you could see those. For $10 a month, you get into the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat I mentioned earlier. There is a public Z Reviews that I'm in occasionally, but the private one is where I actually pay attention. So if you want to get on that to ask me questions, you can, or ask other people questions, you can. They get to see everything first and up front, and like as soon as I unbox it. And then once you're in that $10 chat, you're also in a private swap meet channel, which you are never kicked out of. It's a lifetime. So you can buy, sell, and trade gear there. There's over 400 and something members in there just buying, selling, and trading gear, because audiophiles have very, very short tolerances. Like, I bought this. Oh, this new thing's out. Sell this thing for cheap. And then you, or if you're like, hey, I really want to buy an R4, here you go, because I bought this one. We're done. I'm done. That wallpaper and the wallpaper hoard. I have all the other Evangelion wallpapers. Where are they? Down at the bottom here. All the other Ava wallpapers are going to be used in random videos throughout. Damn. No, and you got to be fucking great. Let me just, as I'm ending this video, the second I'm ending this video, you had to choose. You banging your mom? You banging a psychopath? No, you're taking her. It's just the end of it. Don't even have an argument.